Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good day from our end. Welcome and welcome. Welcome to SKTV Life. Welcome and welcome. Wherever you are, let's help us share. Uh, I know Siku will join us in a little bit here. Monk, Milborn, and the entire crew. So let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Welcome and welcome. Sorry, I don't know, for some reason my internet is a little blurry. It's blopping, blah, blah, blah. But we will get there. We will get there. But in the meantime, let's share the show. If you can, please help us share the show. If you can, please help us share the show. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's share the show. For some reason, I am not clear of that, but I'm hoping it will adjust here. Delve into the show for today. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Share the show, please. Show, please. Good morning to all of you from my end in Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning, bonjour. I'd like to greet all of you, sending you some love. Let's share the show now, please. Let's see. Let's share the show. Today we will have a guest, a guest panelist join us in a conversation. So yeah, happy Saturday, happy weekend to all of you. Bertha Stewart, what's up? You from Plymouth, Minnesota? Plymouth, Minnesota. I know where I play at. I play more there. I know where at. Is at Plymouth, Minnesota. I know where is at. Play L. Plymouth, Minnesota. I know where. Anyway, let's share the show, folks. Interesting conversations for today again. But in the meantime, let's share the show. All things will be under consideration. We have some things to talk about. Interestingly, one of my favorite um, musicians of all time, gospel musicians, one of my favorite of all times. Let me bring my boy Milborn on. Milborn, my man, what's going on?
Well, I'm doing good. Thank God. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to pull myself together. So again, thank you. I'm doing okay. Do I don't know about you? At least, thank God that we have a life. That for me, I'm still giving the opportunity to be alive, at least to even talk to my fellow human. I don't speak for them because that's the only opportunity that God gives to all of us, no matter whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you worshiping, whether you believe in Him, what anything that you think about, God give life free and give everything free, and just that. So for me, I don't know, but I'll let go more than another thing. Thank you, my brother. And how are you doing too?
Well, Milborn, I'm elated. I'm excited. Like you said, thank God for life. It's been a good time being alive at this stage. It was interesting how one of my favorite, I was just about to say it. Those of you on the radio want to say welcome to all of you. Welcome to today's edition. Today is the 28th of September 2024. The timestamp here is, the timestamp in Phoenix, Arizona here is 11:13 a.m. So you already know what time it is. We are on for another segment. We are on for another part of the show today, another edition. We'll be having a surprise a guest with us to join us here on the show very soon, momentarily. But Milborn, yesterday I was strolling on Facebook and I saw one of my favorite all time gospel musician,
Okay.
my favorite all time gospel musician.
Oh, you're not gonna put somebody you're talking a while out.
Sharon Cassell. She's one of my favorites, like it or not. She's
Okay.
somebody that I love. I've listened to her
You said what
music.
again? We don't get you clear.
Maron Cassell.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I have
Go ahead.
listened to her different songs over the years. Oh, and I love her songs. She and my girl, my friend, Canvi Adams. Um, I think I know her name is Kamara. I think
Yes, I
one of
think
the
yes, Kamara.
Kam-
Kamara. Somebody
um,
asked.
what's the other musical icon here? I just forgetting her name. Minnesota. She's a good friend of mine too. Very good. I just
Okay.
forgetting her name. But these are all good musicians, like brilliant musicians. Sarah Thompson. He one hit that he made that time. He's in control. All over the world, Master Jesus.
Yeah, you know, by the time you call Kanye, what comes to my mind? I read one other Facebook post they don't allow. It's someone was taking a for example, but way back before to which one be I don't know your mama suffer or my papa. The guy they just sort of just create all kinds of things to just make people laugh. So they say, but how come the mama was sitting down there and she was suffering under the papa? The way she make the song, the song is just so touching, explain everything. But, when you say mama suffer under the papa, people interpret it maybe in their own way, the way they think. So by the time you call her name,
Somebody,
it just
somebody
make
wants somebody wants start noise and say, "But wow, I like rich man gospel song." let me say,
no,
let me
we're
say
not
to you, my
laughing here.
brother. No, let me say to you, my brother. Let me say to you, your
No,
rich
but, no,
man,
but
your
I
rich
want you
man, your
first of all for you to even debunk that and say,
in your funny thing. And I in your funny thing. I take serious money post serious. I don't take on serious money post serious. I don't roll it out. I say Jacob. You gotta know me by now. You see me setting for I don't mention it, I don't talk about it. That me, I don't take you seriously. Yeah. I don't take you seriously. I don't I'm not here for that. So you who enjoy his gospel song, you enjoy it is what it is. But for some of us, we not get time for it. We ain't got no time for it, and we're not about to be into that. The people that who we enjoy, who sang serious manner gospel song that we know that it impacted
But,
our
but, but,
lives.
but,
The songs
but
go
Steve,
on to
Steve,
today,
yeah.
that
I
we
want to
discuss. We
ask
now
you about some of the gospel artists. Thank God I even mentioned some of them today, but I want to ask you about them because most of the time when you see them, they believe that they are already in heaven. Most of the time when you see them, some of them though, they believe that they even know God more than other people. Most of our gospel artists, don't get me wrong. In fact, some of them they even put up that that kind of more savage attitude in them that even before they go out, you know, maybe uh, when they're going the concert or whatsoever place that they want to go, the church that they're going to go to sing, you got to pay them first. So I was still confused. In fact, I begin to wonder as to how come gospel artists, people who's supposed to be there as one of the role model, you will see them like some of them they just come into the same way that today we see some of our pastors. What's your own take on some of them their behavior? Are they also
well,
using the gospel way to get to where they want to get?
no, I think sometimes people are misunderstood or people mischaracterize people. Nobody is wanting to have a gift. You understand? So the
Mm,
gospel artists, most of them just have a natural gift, right? But they are
mm,
humans. They got a life to live. However, because they're quote unquote gospel artists, the expectation is that they will live a certain way or they will have a certain lifestyle, right? But some of them, that's not truly who they are. Some of them are different in character. Some of them are different people. Their experiences are different. The things that they're living are realistic and different. And so, if you put your expectation because they have a gift and they decide to go the gospel route to sing,
mm.
and you think that they should be living holy because they're singing gospel song, well, that's your expectation. That's your expectation. It might not be their
But but
expectations.
but but, but, but Steve, do you also know that's another way of also winning souls for God? Because man, look, sometimes Steve,
What
people.
and then it
Mm,
gotta be looked. It gotta be looked at as how
mm,
the Bible says is. The gift of God is of no repentance. The truth about the matter is, when God gives you a gift, God does not take it back, right? You either build
mhm.
up on that
Yes.
gift by training your vocal cord or doing other things, right, to enhance it, right? But it's another thing also that you live a certain way that will accompany that gift, either with grace or whatever it is. So it's up to you, whatever path you choose. But it doesn't mean that if somebody's a gospel artist and they're doing something, that means they will not be able to sing when they go back to sing. No, the gift is there. It's not taking. It's like a
Yeah.
secular
So,
musician.
so the point here, Steve, are they hiding under the canopy of gospel? Because that's something I'm still trying to really grab. Because
No,
mind you,
no,
though,
no, no. I wouldn't use the word hiding under the canopy of gospel music or gospel
mm,
musician. What I would say in
mm,
this context is they are humans and there are challenges they face. You know, there are challenges they face. For example, Maron Kase, who I think is for me is one of the best we've ever had in our times and will be all time
indeed.
the best. Canvey Adams,
Mm,
her name, why I keep forgetting her name. My girl, she in Minnesota. Very cool, very quiet, nice. I just forgetting her name when it comes to mind. She was even married to one of my friends, before. What her name, man? She that Evelyn. Is that Evelyn? Evelyn. Evelyn.
yes, I think Evelyn Nakamura. Is that Evelyn Nakamura?
Evelyn, not Evelyn, not Kamara.
Okay.
I don't know why her name
Anyway,
not coming to mind, but that's a side. These are great musicians, right? Here's the thing,
mm,
right? For example, Maron Cassell lost her daughter. Maron Cassell had the opportunity to continue singing her gospel song and or to say challenges of life they've hit me, so I don't want to do the gospel business because God was not fair to me or God has not been fair to me. No, she continues singing, and up until now, she's lived up to certain expectation regardless of her challenges. So again, it comes back to the human nature. It comes back to how people want to live their life, right? For example, Canvey Adam. Canvey Adam is my guy. We're cool, really, really
so
cool. A lot of
so
respect.
so so so
Let
so
me, let me
so
this
that
one now.
means
Let me
mm,
know this note. A lot of
mm,
respect for Canvey Adam, right? Canvey
mm,
Adam chose to run, for a seat in 2016 in Liberia as a representative. She didn't win. Now, can we say, well, she was a gospel musician, she shouldn't have ran, she shouldn't have gotten into politics? No, she has the right to do that because she's a human too. So I'm saying to you that it is the expectation that society and all of us pose on these people. But the truth of the matter is that natural gift that they have, that they are using. So they can choose to use the gift however they want to use it.
So with the last name that you just called, Calvin G. Adam, indeed, you are correct. But sometimes, even during the 2023 elections, we saw the back-to-back offense, especially people that really used to admire, that was split. So, my follow-up question to you, because the reason why
Well,
I'm asking this question to you,
the split team, because some other people thought that she was coming in a territory that is unfamiliar that they didn't like about her. You understand? For example, some of us, like George, we are on the soccer field, on the football field. We don't see as presidential material. So his soccer career was a gift, right? That people like and they got attracted to him. That does not mean automatically he suits presidency. So you see how sometimes we mix up these things, right? So that different things we're talking about here. So you can have this natural gift or whatever it is. If you choose to go into other territories that you are not gifted in or that are not your area, then it depends on the people now to look at you a certain way or whatever. Now, to be fair, let me say this. Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Let me be clear on it. For me, I don't put no expectation on anybody. My expectation now, human being. Listen, I know that human being will do certain things. It's just a matter of time. If you do it, great. If you do it, great. That means you'll get there because pastor get divorced or pastor get another woman or pastor get girlfriend, whatever. That's not my issue. When I pastor get to go in here and he'll go talk about it. I don't worry about that one. I got PPT that worry about it. I don't want it. So you see, so however way they want to live their life, it's not my issue. If you can sing and I like your gospel music and it's meaningful and it resonates with my soul and my spirit and that's something I can listen to, guess what? I will subscribe to your music. I will listen to your music regardless of your challenges. I ain't got time for all that other extra thing, bro.
Okay, wonderful. So quickly before we take leave of this, I just wanted to ask you this final question because the reason why I keep asking you back to back is that because sometimes people use the gospel to get a certain level, and by the time they get there, they are done. I don't know whether you really been observing that. So many times, I haven't seen any of our gospel artists, for me, I still to be corrected, giving back even to the society. Even with all of the things that is, I hope that you, yeah. Okay,
let's giving back. I want to take the giving back from you. How many of your gospel artists? How many of you guys can buy the music or the songs?
No,
how many times?
The best supporter. Steve,
what?
I would disagree with you. How
many times you guys can support the effort? Because giving back to the community means that you have the resources and have the things to be able to give back. If they don't have it, how can they give back? Many of us, be well. Go ahead.
So with one of your favorite that you just talked about, like in the US, the sign on Liberia is lifted. She also, she was loved, she was supported, she was cherished, even by the former president. Former President Charles Taylor, right?
Right.
So that's a support by itself. Sometimes people get this thing wrong on Steve and say, oh, because people are not buying the days. No, I agree. But sometimes these people also not to go to churches. Some people even call them for any concert. Some people even call them for any programs. And they make money. Right. In fact, they even charge people.
So then here's the issue now, Milbo. I agree with you that they do make money. But these people don't have a regular job though. How do they sustain themselves? Let's say, for example, somebody went for a concert and they make $200, right? Maybe in that $200, they got to pay the tithe in the church, especially the women. Some of them are single, they're not married. They have children. They got to provide food in the house. They don't have a regular job. So in that 200, they be minching, the world can say in Labrador, they be minching, they're taking $50 here for this week, $50 for that other week. So that's how they sustain themselves. How do you expect them to go and take that same $200 and say they're going to do charity work? I mean, let's be honest, let's be realistic. Again, I'm not making excuses for them.
I'm not making excuses for them. I agree with you. But then if you see some of them, their life has already changed. Even some of them, they are also out of the country, right? So nothing going to stop you of doing charity. Because mind you though, you talk about God, all in God, everything that God loves is charity. So everything will not only be about you. I agree with you on some of the things you just said, but most of them now, they are out. In fact, most of them benefit a lot, but you still they are not also giving. So
Yeah,
everything is
yeah, but
always on the politicians. Everything is always on. People are running back to the politicians. This is why the politicians are using the people the way they are using the people, because the people have
well,
no hope, nowhere to
well,
run, nobody to go to.
well, Melbourne, that's a good point. That's a good point. But mind you, these people are musicians. They are not humanitarians. We can't miss both of them. Some of these people that are career, they're not humanitarians. Now, it's not mandated, it's not by force, Melbourne, for them to be humanitarians. They're not force. Let's get that one clear. So there's expectation that because you are a gospel musician or because you are a gospel person, so that means you got to become automatically a humanitarian. It's a problem. Now the bigger question behind this is the church responsibility is to give back. Now not individuals. If individuals have it and they want to do it, that's great. But the church collectively should be the one giving back. So if somebody is a musician and they travel to the United States of America and they come here and you don't even know their status and you don't even know how they're living or whatever it is, and you say what they're supposed to give back what now? Some of these people can barely afford. Let me tell you something, Melbourne. Being in the US does not mean that you are sustaining, you are maintaining, or so forth. There are many of our people in the US that are struggling, they're living day to day. I'm being very honest with you. They're living day to day, they're getting by the day. Some of them don't even have status. Some of the things that they have to go through in this country. Some of the things that they have to go through in this country. And people in Liberia do not have any idea. They think when you are in America, automatically everything is okay with you. No, that is not true. America provides opportunities or whatever it is. But in this country, when you don't have the right documentations, some of these people, they don't even have a job to be able to sustain their family or themselves. You understand? Some of them are making, little here and there. Some of them are working on the table. So to their credit, they look at it and say, well, I'd rather be on this side than to go by Liberia, where I will have nothing to do, nothing to eat. I can't be able to sustain myself, whatever it is. So it's a sticky path. It's a sticky issue. And for me, when I'm talking about some of these things, because I live here, I live in Africa, I know the difference. The expectation back home is high. That when you hear automatically everything is going fine, and sometimes you hear family people saying, well, you're over there, you don't want to help us, or whatever it is. Not that they don't want to help you. Not that they don't want to help you. Some of you, not only that you have burned bridges, some of you think when you croak your family member, croak other people, you are smarter than them. Some of you think people that help you, you think you must use them, you think you must abuse them, and all of these different factors. You understand? And people in the United States go through a lot. Let me tell you something. I develop a mentality, and I'll say it on the radio. I develop a mentality. If you're in Liberia, because you're in Liberia, your problem can finish. Your problem can finish. You get problem money or who living here. You're not paying rent. You ain't got phone bill to pay. You ain't got electric bill to pay. You ain't got water bill to pay. You ain't got mortgage to pay. You ain't got insurances to pay. You ain't got card note to pay. You ain't got life insurance to pay. You ain't got just insurance for the job or for professional practice. You ain't got all of the responsibility, but your problem more than our problem. So, for example, every month somebody say you bill $100 every month. They say Melbourne like your full money. Well, in your head, you think that person is a fool. Automatically, you start creating conditions around to trick them. Some of you are going lie down in the hospital, connive with the nurses. Put some kind of stupid thing on your head and say you on drip and you fell off or whatever it is. All these crooked, criminal-minded ideas you're bring up to be able to manipulate and steal from us, right? Great. We do that. Some of you will work for our hard-earned money. We send it to you as family members to do our project. You abandon our project. You take that money, go and use it uselessly. You exploit us. We gave you responsibilities. We imagine the horse. Can you imagine? I send you money to make market. The market that you will benefit from. All I tell you is sustain the business. You take that business, you sell that business, you lavish that business. Then you come back to me. Wait now, what thing happened to you? And our brothers and our sisters, not only that, let's go a little further. Some of you go as far as making medicine with your family members on the side. Because you are mad at them that they didn't send you money, or you are mad at them that they didn't do the one.
That's another big topic for me. I'm really, very interested even to what you say right now. I like that.
Say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Some of our sisters then back home there, some of our sisters then back home there, some people want to help them. The mentality they got, somebody helping you. You won't live above your means. You won't even live better life
Mhm.
than the person who's in America. You know what it takes for somebody to go to work for 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours. Nobody can sleep. Why you sleeping snowing? When a person send you $50, you're not appreciative. You know what you tell her? You know what you can tell her that $50 is all to send me? You who? Are you work for
We
it?
are not for one day for this kind of discussion because myself,
If I let me tell
if
you,
I even feel bad
everybody-
more than even you people. So
back in the days,
yeah.
back in the
Mm,
days when I used to send money to people, my friend,
mm.
if I send you $50 and you complain about that $50, I'll go back to Western Union and take the $50. You're a fool. Yes, you don't deserve it. You are not appreciated. And I ain't got no time for ungrateful people. If you ever complain about something that somebody worked for and be a blessing to you, just your appreciation alone can make that person say, you know what? Let me add this thing up. Just the way you go about handling the little things, what the Bible says, they will give you bigger things. Small business they give you to sell cool water. You break the market and insist more. Then you can call say, oh, yeah, my do project for you to be selling horse. You crazy?
But 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 even the worst thing about that entire thing that you just said, or Steve, you on that side sometimes you even using song or using some of the phones. Now the person here is using iPhone, maybe I know iPhone 15 or iPhone 16. Look, it is terrible. Look,
Yeah,
allow me to know
you
from
say you're
one
hungry.
DJ.
You say you're
Allow me to
hungry. You
know
have to
from
dress
one
more.
DJ and really, really educate our people on some of these things.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but
indeed, my
Melbourne,
brother, what you just said,
Melbourne,
yeah.
Melbourne.
Mm,
You say you're hungry, but you can dress more than us. You're party every day more than us. You're
mm,
living largely more than us.
mm.
You know. So
No, just say
I
some
mean, when you
people,
do
even though they
that,
are good people and they are bad people,
Melbourne,
but
Melbourne,
on the
Melbourne,
high,
when you
I
leave
come in,
from
I come
Joshua,
into you now.
when you leave from
I
there
come
to
into
there,
you. You
Sonny,
see,
don't make all go into Sonny. When you leave for here
you see
right now,
what?
you're going. When you leave for here
Well,
right now, you're going. To,
no, but Jenny have to do. No, let me be frank, right?
that
Hmm?
is it. They're saying.
Look, no, listen to me, Steve. My charity has nothing to do with how here I can read the Bible. Where the Bible says, "Enjoy the fruit of your labor." What I labor for, I take 10% or 5% and enjoy it. But what someone else send me to say, oh yeah, maybe this one is for you or for the child or for the family. Ask my wife. She listening to me. I carry it straight to her and for the baby or for the family. But what I work for with more
I
and for
mean,
example, no, I come in
don't.
now. No, I come in. You talking something now? So I agree with you. There are a lot of us here. There are a lot of us here that mismanage most of you, your resources that you sent to us. I agree with you. 100%. You are correct. So probably that's what we're struggling, Steve. Look, let me tell you,
I'm telling
playing
you.
better from my heart today. Your sister, she was in Susu. So when she got the money, she called me and said, Mabel, I don't want for the money to be sitting down. So I want you to wait till we can do. So I told her, I said, okay, that look for somebody born and want to do nothing and buy a motor back and get to them. If I tell you, Steve, they, right now, I'm the one paying the money right now as we speak. If I hustle, I gotta pay the more money back. The motorcyclist tend to story every day is story until look, this country is frustrating. But politicians now are the only bad group of people that we see in the country because they are the ones that we talk about every day. That way, it means sometimes I like to talk about social life, normal life issues, things that affect us on a daily basis, my brother. Because when we
And
mind the
that's
politicians,
why, Melbourne,
mm,
and that's why
mm,
between me and you, and that's why I said yesterday that it's not about poverty. We have a culture. We have adapted a culture that has passed down to from generations to generation over the past 2 to 3 decades. And this culture, people think that when you lie to people, when you trick them, you are smart in Liberia. And it
mm,
is sad. It is sad. The issue of integrity in Liberia is they throw it through the window. And not only politicians are doing that, religious leaders, family leaders, people just do things that they're not supposed to do. For example, how do you undermine yourself and undermine your own people? And you think you're smart. Somebody send a high end money for you to pay the horse. You eat all the money. You trick them, you lie to them
65.
throughout. When they come Liberia, then you see the people in America don't want to help you. They gave you little things to manage. You can't manage it. Let me tell you something. Milborn. If we can just change the culture, that's why you will see these young people even embracing criminals, liars, and making excuses for them. It's all over the place. You know why? Because they have been, they have been brainwashed to think that a politician, to think that your pastor. When was the last time you, Milborn, in your church, you now ask the leadership of the church to make a report to the church on the tithes and the offering? When the last time you raised all that concern?
My brother, you don't want to people listen to me. I think
I just
look, my brother, that's our everyday activity. Let me be frank. My brother, let's move.
I was in Labrador. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. I was in Labrador. I was sent out to an entertainment spot. I will not call the place name for security reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I went there, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Never drank in my life, never smoked in my life. Now, this is not a judgment of people who choose to drink or whatever it is, right? But I was sitting at this entertainment spot. I saw two things that shocked me. The first thing I saw a police officer in a uniform, drunk that he couldn't even stay on his feet. The police, I'm saying he was not in uniform. He was in uniform, drunk. He can't stay on his feet. So in my mind, what it tells me, how do you even enforce the law when you, the police officer, is drunk? What kind of message you are sending to the citizen? That's the first thing. Here's another thing again I saw. Milborn, to my utmost surprise, I was sitting there with one bottle of water and a Vinto. I sat down to that place for 6 hours deliberately because I wanted to see how our people are living, how they act, how they think. Milborn, I saw a little girl between the ages of, I would have to guess she was between the ages of 10 and 8 to 10 years old, came to buy liquor. And the person who signed the liquor sold liquor to her.
That's just a normal thing. Myself, even to places I can be, but sometimes
you know what kind of message you are sending when you do that?
Mm-hmm.
No, but you know what kind of message you are sending when you do that? You know what kind of message you are sending when you do that? You know who I blame on those two things? I blame the parent or the grown-up who sent that child, and I also blame the person who sold the liquor to them. If I were in position, I will arrest both parties and put it in jail or in prison. You are sending a wrong message. You're sending a wrong message. And it starts from the school, it starts from the parents, it starts from the church, it starts from in the family. Then leave the government out of it. They want another political thing. It's not it's not governmental issue. It's from the school. It starts from the school. For example, no school teacher should be asking any child for money or to sleep with them. Now, we can trace it back to government fundings and the stealing that the government is doing, but just do it from a humanistic standpoint. At the university, let me say this, Milborn, let me say this to you. There is, I would not call the person name, right? I taught a course. I was teaching a course. And at the university, at the master's level. And you know, all the instructors, you got to put your profile, where you're from, which county, and so forth, right? You put your number, and the students got to come and read from it. The students can come and read it and know you, and stuff like that. We have ways that they can communicate with us too. You can email your instructor, you can call them on the phone, you can text them, and so forth. But it has to be in a professional confine. It has to be restricted. And I'm not elaborating where you can say, oh, where the teacher can say, oh, let me see you, and and we need to talk without on that thing. No, you don't do that. You don't do that here, right? And so I stumbled on one of our Liberian sisters. Yeah, you will not believe it. And you know the Liberian mentality?
She tell her attitude for you and can't answer.
Yes, guess what she did? First of all, she reached out to me, oh, you my brother from Liberia, and we are brother. Okay, great. But guess what's interesting now? She will not do her schoolwork, but then she won't reach out to me later on. She won't reach out to me later on to have conversation beyond do. You know what I told her? I told her, I said, let me tell you something, my sister. Don't get comfortable with me.
Good.
Me and you were not on that level. One. Two, don't ever address me as Steve because I had to get comfortable. They will start calling you by your first name. I said, don't ever, as long as I'm your professor, I'm your instructor, you will call me either Professor, Dr. Bole, you will choose which one you want to call me. Don't ever call me Steve. You see how I drew the line? So I set that boundary. Then the second thing I told her again, I said, if you don't do your homework, if you don't turn in your assignment on time, you don't do what you're supposed to do on time, you will be graded like the rest of the student. There is no special preference. There is no excuse. In fact, guess what happened? She failed. Oh, yeah, she failed. Oh, yeah, and I was glad to give her F because I don't play like that. We're not doing that foolishness. We're not breeding bunch of crooks in the country. We're not going to do that. You carry that foolishness to UL, whatever foolish places then they got, where they can be start up marrying and all the funny thing they can be doing.
Brother,
Don't bring that.
that's just it. Yeah. You just nailed it. I hope and pray that one of these days, quick before our guests come out, I hope and pray that one of these days we just leave politics. And really
I will decide to volunteer. I will decide to volunteer to teach to one or two of your university just as a lecturer.
Yeah, but that really be good. I really hope and pray that really come to.
We'll come out to that. But anyway, let work. I call in the CEO. CEO, what's up? It's been a minute.
You know, I'm happy to be back on SKTV since my bear has been lifted. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you for inviting me.
Welcome. Yeah, man.
Yes, you join us in the middle of normally on Saturdays we have a little social before we get into the politics. Another thing I saw yesterday before we go to Labrador to find out on the internet, from an international standpoint, like I said, I listen to Maron. She's one of my favorites. I listen to Maron, and she said to me, she said to me, I saw them dancing yesterday. Abura, you are lifted or whatever it is. Let me say this to our people. Let me say this. Singing gospel song, merrymaking, jumping around, holding Ellen Johnson's hand, Joseph Boaga hand together will not lift Labura. Being on UN non-permanent seat will not lift Labura. No, it will not. No, it will not. No, it will not. Let me tell you something. It will not. Even if you had Joe, we are standing over there, Ellen standing there, you go bring Charlie or say you put him there, and you bring the other one and you put in there, it will still not live like we. We must get serious to work. And we must put people there who mean well for the country. Having two older people shaking hands or whatever it is, they see Ellen and you say Joseph Boaga was going to prosecute because Joseph Boaga never knew about the stealing our Ellen government. Now they see Ellen and see y'all hypocritically jumping behind, and y'all think everybody's stupid like y'all will say it and y'all get very because you. Yeah, they think not working. I thought y'all supposed to prosecute Ellen. Joseph Boaga never knew about the money that was coming in the government. He's our vice president for 12 years. In fact, he was exempt. So how can Joseph Boaga automatically like Ellen you're celebrating? You see how we're putting ourselves in cycles. But let's go to Alex Jones. Alex, quick question to you before we go to Labrador here from Labrador updates. From an international standpoint, what say you? Labrador seeking non-permanent seat to UN and all that extra stuff. What say you? Internationally, what caught your attention before we move on into the program?
Well, I agree with you that Liberia serving on the non-security council seat is not going to do much for the country. It's just platitude. The security council are the ones who make decision. They don't pay a country because you own a non-security voting seat. Many countries have they just added a few countries just to make them happy. Somalia were on this non-security council. I think the last term, Somalia has not been a better country because of it. So I don't think anything. I think the focus for Liberia should be on jobs. It should be on helping the people, setting up businesses for people who don't have jobs, giving them loans from the banks and the central banks. It should be on, education, making sure the dilapidated University of Liberia can finally get the resources it needs so that at least it can be ranked one of the best universities in West Africa. Currently, it's probably one of the least universities in Africa. Okay, and so there's nothing to boast about. Nobody recognizes it internationally. If but I will say, as a young person, if that's where you have the chance to go to, it's better than doing nothing. Any education is good. So I don't mean to discourage anyone from going to school. That way you can afford, your parents can afford, go there. But also you need to do your own private studies. There's a lot of courses online at good universities. You can go and enroll in those courses where you actually learn something. And when you go in the international world for work and you say, oh, I graduated from, a school in India or even Rwanda or even, you know, another African country university or Legon in Ghana online, people will respect you. But if you say you graduated from University of Liberia, your credits are not accepted. Basically it's just an exercise to do something in the meantime. So I want to clarify that point.
Thank you so much. Milburn, could you please update us on what's going on in the country before we get into the conversation? Today we are doing all things under consideration. We'll be talking a lot of different things. We have Alex Chuchu Jones here with us. It's been a while since he's been on SKTV, but we'll talk a lot of politics today. Alex is tough talking, so that won't bad. Trust me, you already know what time it is. So, folks, share the show today. So that it, Milburn, what say you?
Yeah, so thank you again. Let me say welcome to Chuchu, Alex Jones. Thank you for joining us for the time. So again, we moved so many things, but that been happening throughout the week, mind you, from Monday up to Friday. Yes, indeed, so many things have been happening that caught the attention of Liberian people. But today, so far, nothing much apart from the video that trending on the internet coming from the U.S. where Liberians seeing their former and the current president dancing back to back, singing to the song Liberia is lifted. So there are some mixed reactions to that, including the rescue train, or in fact, one of the rescue train officer who someone would say who dropped down from the train in person of Martin K and Cody, also back to back hitting high on the rescue train about their celebration of their non-permanent seat, seeing the former president and the current president just now saying that indeed Liberia step backward, nothing there to sing about Liberia is lifted. So again, we are also hearing news also from between Granjida and that of Nima County. We're hearing that the current condition of the road between Tabata and that of Granjida County is concerning. This is Vendi, the town before it reaches Sister Bridge at present condition, and that is the bridge or the water is gradually taking away the land space, the space that cars usually pass on. So that is also concerning, and people are also concerned about that. So far, apart from some of the news that we've been talking about and some of the latest that have been happening so far through the week, nothing much going on. Liberia is good. We are moving about freedom and all is well.
Well, I don't think Milburn. I disagree respectfully with your last statement that all is well. The people of Vendi or wherever you just spoke about, if the water is encouraging on them, all is not well. I think in all honesty, all is not well because the the public work minister is telling these people to wait the dry season before they can do anything. And this is a problem by itself. This is a problem in itself. So, and they got 22 millions to be able to do the work that is supposed to do the public works. They knew that rainy season was coming. They took over in January. Not rainy season. They have February, March, April, May. I think rainy season starts the end of May or middle of May. Maybe please correct me because it's been a while since I really kept track of it.
about the public work minister, or you talking about the dry season?
When does rainy season start?
Okay, April.
Okay, so from January to April,
Mm.
you know, that's a good amount of time to start implementing some things. That is a good amount of time. So I mean,
Mm.
Mr. Jones, what say you? Because
Sometimes the really heavy rainfall starts sometime between July, yeah, sometime between July.
right,
But April is just that's the time according to um, the people that did their own research. They said the dry season and somewhere around between April. So again, the rain season starts from April, but the the heavy rainfall start between July.
Okay.
okay,
So first, let me make a
Chief, what
proper
say you?
before I come in. Let me make a proper introduction. My name is Chuchu Alex Jones. I'm chairman for the Movement to Make Liberia Better, which is a Liberian international think tank and pressure group that been in existence since 2021. I also was a presidential aspirant in the last election, but chose not to participate. Uh, and we can go into that later. I have decided finally and gotten um, done most of the modality to return and contest in 2029. Uh, and the reason I'm contesting, just as last time, is because of the corruption and the incompetence of the Unity Party and the CDC, primarily George Weah and Joseph Walker. Those two individuals are the problem in Liberia. And until Liberians can move beyond them and retire them and get them out of our politics, the country is going nowhere. They are incapable, they are corrupt, they are tribalistic, they are divisive, and they pit people against each other, young people against young people, parties and all that stuff. And the only people that are suffering today are the ordinary people trying to make a living, the young people especially, who go to school, work hard, get a degree, and they can't find jobs. Whereby you got people there in the government who, with no education, and I can name them, the Finambonos and the Jefferson Koji and the Galasco. They didn't have an education. You don't go to government before you go get education. When there are people already graduated from law school and from other good schools, that needs to change in Liberia. So that's why I'm here today, to inform the Liberian people. I've made it my business that those two parties and those affiliated with them, I will be their antagonist. I will campaign against them, and I will do everything possible to unite other Liberians to get these people out of Liberian politics. They are government criminals and rogues, and they are incompetent. So I just wanted to lay that premise down. So for those who won't call and those who have an issue with me, I'm also a panelist on the closing argument on this station. And I make the same point there. I make no apologies. Nobody should be talking about Josh Weah, because this man squandered the opportunities that he was given. Over $1 billion was borrowed in the last 6 years. 1 billion with a B from the IMF and other institutions. On top of that, the government raised almost $2.5 billion in revenue. If you calculate $500 million every year in revenue over 6 years period. So that comes to $3.5 billion. And we're talking about roads not being constructed. Under the early administration, $16 billion came to Liberia. 16 billion. There's nothing to show for it. So those who want to argue the facts, let's argue the facts. Come on the show, I challenge them, and let them tell me what development, where did that money go? They stole the money. Walker was part of it during the early administration, and we are people who are part of it. So Liberia has 5 million plus people. Many are very educated, including myself, and very capable. We should not be sitting down and letting idiots run the country because they're part of a party and we're afraid of them. I'm not afraid of them. They are ordinary people. We are not afraid of the CDC people and the United Party people. They are government criminals. If you want to join the ignorance and follow these people while your family suffer and your children suffer, then take it on with me. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Mr. Jones, thank you so much for that introduction, folks. I told you that the show will be hot. It will be noisy. I can tell you that. I told you Alex Jones don't mean his words. He don't fool around, which I think is a good thing. Um, Many of you will interpret, oh, that guy, the man rude, the man disrespectful. But hey, you got some people who call it as it is. We're getting into the show. Mr. Jones, what say you about, most recently celebrated or the United Party people passing around Facebook with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Human Boakai and the lifted, and that is the
it's
son of
really
the you are lifted, amen, hallelujah. I mean, we've heard that song, but here we are, 2024. Labrador is as backwards as we can tell in the 21st century. What say you? How do you react?
Yeah, like I said earlier, this is a serious distraction. They have nothing to provide the Liberian people except for the stealing they've done, the embezzlement, paying people $20,000, traveling around the place. People who can't even hold a job in America. They can't work here in any kind of professional job. So they jump behind these corrupt political parties, and then they get rich and they build homes and they travel about America. Then they use the same campaign they got from government money, the same money from government. Then they go and buy you beg arrest. So I don't care about the UN thing. UN people know better. There are many African countries, that more than capable of being non-permanent members. And so I will not lose any sleep over that because it means very little. The leaders of the country should be back home thinking about how to fix the educational system, how to fix the healthcare system. That's what they should be doing, not wasting their time in Washington, in New York, because it's useless. It means nothing to the country. They don't have any good record on transparency. We talk about the yellow machine. What became of it? They already broken every law you can think about. The commerce minister, who I think is the nephew of the president, all right, took money to buy a personal car in the tune of over $90,000. Is he going to jail? Is he prosecuted? But then the ordinary person who still bid that ball, they'll be in South Beach. That's the society we have. And it's time we speak up against it.
Okay.
So I don't support it. Let me be very absolutely clear. They don't deserve to be on any United Nations stuff because they are not. Liberia is not an example. There are many countries. Look at Senegal. Look what they've done. The young people, the old people have come together and they removed their corrupt government. And today Senegal is producing oil. And there's hope and there's opportunities. Even countries today like Mali and Burkina Faso, okay? Some of those countries have even gotten rid of the former colonial powers. They're producing uranium now to power their plants so they can have low electricity. Then you're talking about Liberia being on the Security Council. What are they going to do for somebody who eat this money? To hell with that. Okay? Let's talk about the issue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me ask you on this question. This will circle back to you because Mr. Jones, you're making a very strong argument here. But let me ask Milburn this question, and we'll circle back to you. Milburn, for example, we listen to the song Liberia will be lifted or whatever it is. Like I said, we've heard this song long lifted, everybody sing to it, hallelujah, amen. And which I think, in my honest view, it's a waste of time. Because if Liberia really going to be lifted for truth from the time this song was sung till today, from the time this song was launched till today, Liberia should have been in a better place. But I think we've retrogressed is worse. For example, here's what's going on. Liberia will be lifted when Yombi Kanga Lawrence, who is the Senate pro tem for her generator in her house, they're spending $22,476. Liberia will be lifted when Fonanti Kofa, who is the speaker, just for his entertainment, his food, and just for his entertainment, the speaker, $74,002. The vice president, Jeremiah Kuhn, which is another crook and another alleged criminal by Transparency International. He stole the Liberian poor money. Again, I'm quoting Transparency International. For his own of food and catering. Just for food and catering. Listen, for food and catering, his own of Liberia will be lifted. It's 48,000. For Joseph Bois, who is the president, just for the fuel for generator for the generator, Joseph Bois, who is the president, $285,072. Well, no more. So them singing, dancing, that will be lifted. What are you? Are you guys lifted over there?
So again, I join you to say yes, indeed, Liberia will be lifted. You know, with all of the things that you just, in fact, listed, or in fact, those figures that you just called. For me, I just see that as complete waste of time. You know, when that video was, in fact, posted last evening, I nearly commented, but I hold my peace. I said no. Let me hold my peace because I know maybe someone going to come up with certain things that are really been taken off, because you can't be making mockery out of yourself. You say you are, you know, doing something, you are, you know, saying the right thing. Look, Steve, like you just said, my brother, how much is Silver7 making? People are making less than $100. Why generator is making 48,000, 50,000, 100,000? Then you're talking about Liberia will be lifted where? Who are those people that are going to lift Liberia up? Are you making mockery out of the Liberian people? For me, I think that's what I'm seeing. But again, like, you know, this team, the people that will do it, the politicians, they will do it, and some people really want. Some people don't care about maybe how things go. All they want is, we saw the former president, we saw the current president dancing up, singing together. That means all is well. No, all is not well. You can't be giving generator money, 100,000, 48,000, just for food and catering, 48,000 USD. That money, do you know how many family has that money can even better their life? But you don't care. Someone called me not too long, but again, I just told them to call me back if they're serious on the lawmaker, saying that maybe that's something that you said about the UN General Assembly that it has no benefit for Liberians. Why did you say that? So I told you, I said, coming back if you're serious, then maybe you can come on also on the show. So again, my brother, for me, I just see all of these things are complete waste of time. Liberia will be lifted in the hands of few group of people, greedy people, few politicians, and some religious people that also join them. So that's the contract with him, my brother.
Well, thank you, Melbourne. Thank you so much. Let me come back to Chuchu. Chuchu, what say you? It's as interesting as it sounds. What say you? All these figures are out there, you know, and these are facts. They're in the budget. That why they allocated for themselves. What say you? But we claim that Liberia will be lifted.
Let me just say something here to all Liberians. And I must apologize for some of us in America. Most of the problems you find in America, in Liberia, it emanates from us in America. Because we back wrong. We support the wrong people because we want to get position. We wear our fine clothes. By the time they come to America, we jump behind them. You know, we got nothing better to do in America. Instead of using America as a means to bring real change in Liberia and criticize and condemn the misrule in Liberia, we jump behind these people and we celebrate them. You know how many former presidents have gone to jail around the world? The French president, Sarkozy, went to jail. Berlusconi from Italy went to jail. The Brazilian president went to jail. So that thing here, because somebody was former president, so the crimes they committed, that they somehow they become a celebrity. There are people who are killed, the auditors. There are people who are beaten in Liberia, people who, you know, were maltreated in Liberia under the CDC government. We should just forget about it and we say we're good people. And we that in America sit down and we celebrate these people, whether it's the Burka or the Wia, they get no celebration from me. If we had a serious country and serious people, people would be facing prosecution. The Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did not come out and apologize for her son corruption. We're in a world where somebody corrupt a government and the man can say, "Oh, I'm sorry." Today they're building mansions in Ghana and other places. So our people need to be educated. And we that sit here and support these people, we're just as criminal as they are. I'm not a politician. I can give a damn whether you elect me or you don't elect me. Let's be very, very clear about that. I have a life. I have a profession. I can earn money on my own because I work. So I don't need any favor from any Liberian government. I don't need to sit down and take picture with any Liberian government, past, present, president. To me, you're not even worth me standing beside you because you're a disgrace to your people. Liberia is the poorest country in the world. One of the poorest countries, 7th poorest country, with all of the minerals, with all of the resources, all of the help the international community have given us. And who are responsible? Let us not send in a blanket thing. I'm not talking about the ordinary person working at Ministry of Finance trying to make a living for his family. I'm not talking about the ordinary person, police officer in the street. I'm not talking about the ordinary teacher that every day don't even making $150, but going every day to teach his student. Who is responsible? It's the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. It's the Joseph Boakai. It's the George Weah. It's the Samuel Twe. It's the Amara Kone. These are the people who have stolen. So if other people are afraid to call their names and other people are here to glamorize them, I'm not. I'm not in the business of making anybody feel good. I'm going to make your life uncomfortable. You are corrupt, disgrace, and the suffering Liberian people is on your hands. And the stupid people who want to join you and celebrate you are welcome. Come on the show. Let's have a discussion. And so you can tell me what improvement. Look at our mortality rate, infant mortality rate. Look at our level of education. Look at the schools, the public schools in Liberia. Before you even go to university, none of them will send their children there. They won't even send their dogs and a cat there. But they will sit down and say the ministers. And they send their children to America. And they send them to private schools in America on living on Liberian government. When they're sick, they travel. They come to America, they go to Ghana. And then you fool someone there, they're there supporting these people. While you're suffering, you get money. Your daughter, your son there, you even got opportunity. They got to call somebody in America or somewhere to help them get registration. Then you're supporting these people. So whether you're in America or in Liberia, I have no friends. If you're on the wrong side of the discussion in the country, you against me, I against you. I'm looking for your friendship. I'm looking for anything nice from you. But somebody has to speak up. Somebody has to say the truth.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Somebody has to speak up. Somebody has to say the truth. Folks, we are in a conversation here. And like I said, the conversation will get stimulated at some point. We're working on different things. On SKTV, we're looking at different things. There are two things that we're working on that is alleged. We're trying to get the full information. But it is alleged that there are a couple of people. Please listen. There are a couple of people on the Spoon Network that are on NPA payroll. y'all keep to this video. We're working on it. Y'all know SKTV, we don't go behind the to talk. We don't go behind the to talk. It is alleged. Soon as the documents get in our hand, we'll call their names. Yeah, would. It is also alleged, and we're working on it, that your so-called advocate Martin Colley is on Jeremiah Cohn payroll. We are working on getting the facts together. We don't play no games on SKTV. You already know us. We probably won't get time for that. We were calling politicians out. We'll call the so-called advocates out, and we'll point them out and we'll pin them to you. The scene where I told you from day one that Costa was a joke. Costa was working with the CDC, were on payroll. Everything you all saw them doing, it was all staged, and they managed to appeal to your consciences. We told you that time, you're just hate the ball, you're jealous. Hey, you're jealous. We're saying it today again. We're working on the details. Soon as the details let in, we probably will let us have factual information with documentation. Because when you say you want to carry out the court, then we'll go to the court. Then we'll finish talking, we'll go to the court. Then we'll counter sue you for carrying on to court. You see it? Where they will position you. So, Mr. Jones, 2029 is coming. 2029 is around the corner. Let me start out with Melbourne. Melbourne, we are seeing the Joy Weah. We are seeing the Joseph Boaka. We are seeing the Ellen Johnson Sally. We're seeing all of them lead the country or whatever it is. We're seeing Jeremiah Kuhn, who got criminal allegations on them, proven by Centel International that Jeremiah Kuhn embezzled 1 million. And it's a fact that Jeremiah Kuhn was denied visa to go to America, even when he was vice presidential candidate, more than once. For the record, what we have is 3 different times. We haven't double checked to find out if it increased. But for the record, we said it before the elections. 3 different times he was denied. The same thing that happened to Joy Howard Taylor. So here's my question to you, Melbourne. The Yombly Kanga Lawrence, the Jeremiah Kuhn, the Darius DeLong, the Sir Joseph. In fact, Sir Joseph was part of that report. Sir Joseph, current Senator Sir Joseph, was part of that report of those who embezzle money, who stole money. Me, I let him use the word embezzle. He was part of the Kili. And he was called there. He was there too. Sir Joseph and that other crook, you can call Reverend Ano Ines or whoever he is. Me, I don't call him Reverend when it's Steve. That guy, that representative for District 6 in Monrovia, in Montserrat. That's my question to you. Do you think that people should revert or go back to these same actors or these same people? 2029?
Well, that's a wonderful question. Even though before I was thinking about asking or to choose certain thing because anything will bother me. But again, let me just answer a question. I know as we continue, I'm going to ask him. So again, yes, back to your questions, my brother. I think what I'm saying now, in fact, Chuchu Job said something during his introduction. And we're talking about the same group of people, the same CDC, the United Party. What I'm really seeing right now, if care is not taken, is that the same thing is coming back. Because, mind you, right now, the entire political scene right now, what we see right now is only CDC we're seeing around. Whenever Jefferson Koji go to places, you see him putting a lot of crowd. Whenever CDC having little thing, you see people around. Even at the in fact, right here, red light, we saw certain thing like that happened. I think now on yesterday or day before yesterday that I'm also informing you about a lot of people got into the pickup that were having speaker on with CDC songs and they were dancing up. So for me, I don't really know where we're heading, because politics, like I was joking telling someone behind the scene not too long, I said about I was expecting some of our politicians that were into the elections to be seen. Then what I'm seeing right now, see Jefferson Koji moving back to back from community to other community. I'm very concerned because I expect our politicians that were into elections to be doing these things, to be moving and to be educating the people. But instead, I'm still seeing the CCDC. Does that left from power? So, my brother, like you, to your question, I'm glad telling you that we may likely see the same thing. CDC is now heavily campaigning as we speak. Even the former finance minister right now is at the CDC party headquarters talking. So, and we're not seeing another person for now, only the CDC. So, with that of Jeremiah Kuhn, Yombekanga Lawrence, for now, I can safely tell you that these names will come up, but for now, the entire political scene right now is either the Unity Party or that of the CDC. For me, now I'm seeing right now.
So you want me to follow up? Okay. So let me make something absolutely clear. All right. As far as the names, the Jeremiah Combs, the Valenti Kofa, and the Josh Weah, other people, they have no chance in Liberia. Okay, they have no chance in Liberia in any election. The only reason that these people are even somehow in government is because we as Liberians, especially we the educated people, we the people who have some opportunities that we can use our connection we are not united. We are not resolved. Somehow we won't work with these people. Let me tell you something. And I'm known for being a critic since I think I was in high school. I was part of the Samuel Doe Get Step Down campaign. I almost got killed in that rally in 1989. So I was in grade school when I started my advocacy and when I laid my life down to fight for country. I went through the Civil War. I lost my father in the Civil War. I ate buckwheat. I laid on the streets of Monrovia with no food. No government helped me. No politician helped me. Okay. To say, yes, a young man, 13, 14 years old, let me give him a place to stay or help him with school. I had to sell charcoal in Haywood Mission School at the time. I would sell bag of coal, go to Port River and bring it and sell it, and were able to build a business while the Amos Sawyer and all these people that were passing around with a girlfriend in government cars, traveling around the world, building houses in America, buying houses in America. So that's just a little bit of my background, so people can know where I'm coming from. That's why I'm fearless. Nobody brought me where I came to America, obtaining a degree in civil engineering, a banking and finance degree, work at some of the finest institutions in the world, the biggest banks in the world, travel to countries in Europe, invited to Africa to consult. I'm a self-made man. No man can boast of, oh, I giving Alex Jones something, money or wherever, so he can think. And I want every young person in Liberia, no matter your condition, learn from my story. Like I said, nothing you went through in Liberia or going through in Liberia that I have not gone through. I went through worse. I was separated from my family at, I think, 13 years old. I didn't get on drugs. I still decided to finish high school after the war. I went to Tottenham High. Okay, so there's no excuse for you to sit there in Liberia, following these girls, not building yourself up and becoming a man of your own, so that tomorrow people can look up to you and you can become a leader. But you want to be lazy, you want to sit there and you want a government official to help you. You want even send your girlfriend to somebody to give her money so she can give you money. You're a disgrace. If you gotta go sell bitter boy in the street, go and sell bitter boy in the street. Be a freaking man. That way you can speak with authority. If you gotta lay down on somebody's floor, lay down on somebody's floor. You gotta go in the forest to sell palm nut and cut palm nut, go and do it. But the problem with our young people today, especially the men, the boys, okay, they want this fast life. They want to carry iPhone and wear Nike shoes and pass around Monrovia and jump behind one politician after another politician for handout. They seen politicians that will go sleep with your girlfriend. Steve here knows me for a very long time. This young man came to America and educated himself as young as he is, has a PhD. No politician in America helping. Okay, no Liberian government giving scholarship. He has every right to speak. He didn't steal $1 from Liberian government. So don't be jealous of him. Don't envy him. Learn from him. He looked up to other people too and say, you know what? I'm in America. Let me make something of myself, whether I go to Liberia or not. So our young men and women, take your life seriously. If you're a young woman, nothing wrong with you going in the market and selling. I live in Ghana, I live in Ivory Coast, I went to other African countries. You see high school girls then, they come from school, they take the bread, they take whatever they go and sell. So that they don't go and sleep with a man, a corrupt man in your government, and you stay in that situation where you're always begging somebody, you running behind somebody, husband, all that kind of stuff, and then think you're a big time girl or you're a big time guy. So that's the problem. We're not telling our young people the truth. You even finish high school year, you acting like or college year. The universal Liberia that's so easy. When the worst school, you can't even go there and finish it, but you want government job. You all day on Facebook. You take the data instead of going to YouTube to learn some programs. You can learn computer programming. You can learn Excel. You can learn a lot of valuable skills. You can learn what you call graphics design for free. I don't have an IT degree. My degree was in banking. I learned IT online. Today, I consult IT company and make over $100,000 without a degree. So why you can do it from Liberia? Because you're so dependent on useless people. So it's not just the politician that got your life. It's your own self. Reflect on yourself. Look at other young people and say, you know what? If this man can do it, I can do it. Call people for help, not for money. If you call me for money and small thing, you can go to hell. Call me for an idea and say, you know what? I want to start this business. I want us to be partners. I won't sell banana in the street. I won't go and buy, and do some kind of product. But you calling people, oh, please send me small thing. Please send me to school. I'm not responsible for your school. Your government that you elected, that your government problem, the choices you made. So I'm not going to be easy on you. And I'm not going to apologize for my lifestyle because of you and the decisions you made and continue to make. I will live a good life. I will play golf. I will play tennis because I work my ass off to be who I am. And I will speak the way I want to speak.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Chuchu. Folks, if you're just joining us, we are in a conversation here with Chuchu in Melbourne also is here. Happy Saturday to you. Happy weekend. The question now becomes UN General Assembly is over. The Liberian government returning to Liberia. What's next? Melbourne, what do you say? What's next?
Well, so again, my brother, that's the $1 million question. What next? Because mind you, our leaders will go through all of the occasions, all of the programs, everything, some all of the MOUs, some out of the agreements and so forth. But then the real life of the people continue to go down the drain. So I like that question. What next? Maybe Liberia will only celebrate that indeed the bidding for a non-permanent seat at the UN 2026, 2027. For some of you, it's 1 year, 2026, 2027. If Liberia is given the opportunity, which of course that we all that will pray for, that would be good. But again, my brother, the question, look, I think on yesterday we also talked about the labor minister and the popular minister, right? So these are major issues that are affecting the people. So if you go out there as a direct representative, like one of the candidates or the aspirants, right? Sorry, the aspirants talk about people maybe want to call in, people want to say, look, so many things affecting the people. Even if the people need people for financial assistance, they will do because the government are not really giving them what they need. So, but the people are even struggling with their own life that they live. So, my brother, nothing going to come out of all of these things. All we will hear again, they will be like, oh, it's MOU, we signed an agreement. In fact, Liberia just borrowed 210 million. That news were all around. Some of the people, some of our Liberian people, they don't know. They think, oh, yeah, IMF gave Liberia 210 million. But we don't know what's going to happen a few years from now on, how we're going to pay that money. If you and myself are going to pay the money, or that money going to be paid by our children, we don't know. So again, the life of our people is getting worse. I think you just saw a video about a bridge or a road connecting Nima, between Nima and that of Grand Jada. That place is completely going, and there are a lot of concern about that. Also, there are other places that also bad off. And that's a recording that I also sent to you, coming from Bomi County, where the superintendent, I think maybe we'll look at that. If that not on Monday or on tomorrow, then that will also be on Monday with her own reactions pertaining to maybe the people want to know as to what's going on and what reaction to that. How will you react to that kind of a way that she reacted? But again, sometimes people react on so many ways, but that was just so another way of how reacting. But still, brother, the life of our people is bad off. And Chuchu, all of you who want to be president, who want to be this, who want to be that, before I end, look, you have to come up and stand up for the people. Some of us, we're back home. We know what our people are going through. This is not only about maybe what did happen during those days. Now we are in the 21st century. You can go to school free of charge. You have to pay school fees. You have to look for food to eat. You have to look for transport. Even the business I even talk about today, how many people are even buying? How so many businesses are going? How the economy look like? So again, I will agree with you that indeed some of our people will be begging, some of them will be asking, but again, sometimes don't see it the way you seen it. Also, you should also get it in mind that just because of poverty, like I told Steve on yesterday, some of these things that are happening, some of the way that the politicians are treating our people, some of these things mostly based on poverty because our people are working, some of them, and they are not even getting the just benefit. They are working, and how much some of these people are making. You have one person generator making 15,000 or 3,000, 5,000 per month, and you have seven making $90. You don't think that man will completely or maybe become a beggar? So, Steve, for me, nothing. At the end of the day, people are going to cheer the government and just trying to thank you for everything, and that's just it. Everybody will go to bed. That's it.
Okay.
And
Chuchu,
Steve,
Chuchu,
yeah,
I'm coming to you.
yeah.
I'm coming to you. But I want us to take some things into consideration. Jose Yuma Boaga carry one of the largest delegations. We got to keep that in context. But not only that, prior to this trip to New York, President Jose Yuma Boaga has been traveling around the world with nothing. Didn't bring anything back. Bunch, brought back bunch of promises, MOUs, or whatever it is. What say you? What's next amidst all the monies we've spent for the past 9 months since Jose Yuma Boaga been in power?
Look, I'm a business economist. No country is going to look at Liberia that open a newspaper and see how corrupt your commerce minister is, how your country president can go out and procure millions of dollars. We're all getting the appropriate passages in the legislature and say they won't help you or give you money. That company or that country will be stupid. Yeah, and these are not stupid people. There are countries in Africa that their president don't even have to leave. The investors come, they can't even meet the president. Every international company wants to do business in Africa. Every international bank wants to do business, but they're not going to do it in Liberia because your people are corrupt and useless. They can travel all they want to travel. They can go how many trips Joe we didn't make. Where he didn't go. Where real company beside mineral company that come to explore what people went to Liberia. Go to Ghana. There's Google in Ghana. There's multinational companies in Ghana. Go to Senegal. Go to Rwanda. The people built a convention center for $300 million. Investors' money. So your president just won't pocket the pat down for traveling. Nobody's gonna get Liberia any kind of attention because first of all, you gotta have a plan. You don't have a plan for agriculture. You can't even clean your streets. Your finance minister straight look like it's a prison. I don't know how anybody can work in that kind of building. You're supposed to be, if you go to any city in America, there are two buildings you look at will be either a skyscraper and the nicest building. One is a bank and the other one is an insurance company. If you want to represent your country and show that you're serious, put whitewash on your Ministry of Finance first so that people can come and say at least the people can maintain the building. Government buildings in Liberia not even painted for years. The Chinese people can't build it. By the time they leave it, it was still just the way they build it, and that's it. And the president taking the money and pocketing, the vice president taking the money and pocketing, they buying generators, let them be in darkness. Look, Thomas Sankara said once, Thomas Sankara refused to turn the air conditioner in his office because he said, when I turn the air conditioner on in my office, that somebody not eating in Burkina Faso. That's a leader. Leadership is not about convenience. You go there to live a comfortable life. You want to ride $100,000, $500,000 car. You want to pass around. The people here make joke out of your president. They're nothing but jokers. They can't sit down and talk. They got to be nice. Who's gonna take Joseph Boakai seriously? You don't have a plan. You don't even have an agricultural bank. You don't even have any kind of investment plan to say, okay, if somebody tells you they want to give you $50 million. So I mean, Madai and the corrupt people in the House of Representatives can take it. So don't waste the people's time. You president is supposed to be home. First, clean your city. We made all this noise. And Jefferson Coachy was their city mayor for how many years? Look at the city of Monrovia. But he passing around today, taking good children out of school without nonsense talking about he criticizing. You think in any real country, you think Ghana anywhere, a man who even got a first degree can't even speak English correctly. He can't put a subject verb agreement together. Will be managing the city. I'm not against any young person. I want every young person to have the best job, but you must be qualified. You must earn it. You can't get it because you're part of Joe Weah or that Joseph Boakai. Because there are other children in Liberia that do very well in school. I know some of them. I mentor some of them. And I help those who need to be helped. So when I'm talking about people going to school, not that people shouldn't be helped. But what the point of helping a youth person that just going to turn out useless just to follow another political party? Look at the graduates in Liberia. How many of those graduates going to really come out and start a business or come up with an invention or come up with something that you learn in the school? You just graduating people. They graduate, they sit down. What's the point they are going to school? If you don't have a job, be innovative. You go to Ghana, you see kids that can build equipment. They never went to college. They can build electric vehicles. We see it on YouTube. But because they go to school, they go bluff. They go to school because their friend get it. When they graduate from high school, you think they're getting a PhD. So it become now a fad. It become now, what you call a fashion. You learn nothing there. Because if you learn business management in anywhere you go in this world, like I said, I was in Liberia in high school. I started a charcoal business. If the Lebanese man can come to Liberia, right, with nothing and build company and do very well to the point where he can sleep with your girlfriend, you that from there, you can tell me that man most matter. If the man from Guinea can come to Liberia, if the man from other countries can come to Liberia, why you can't come? Unite with other people and talk about ideas. Even they have these shows. One time we're on the same program, business economic program, and we went to the university to get university professors or students in economics to come and discuss national issue. Now one person was able to come. So why you go get an economic degree when you can't use it? When you can't go out there, you can't read one paper, but you say you graduate. That's the problem. So you take your education seriously. Today, you can get any education you want. You even got to go to any university. Like I said, I'm a product of it. I did not get a degree in technology. I learned there are many free courses. And today, I go to company and I tell the chief technology officer as a consultant what to do. So I don't buy that excuse. Apply yourself,
Thank you,
and
Chuchu.
then we will help you.
Thank you so much, Chuchu. Thank you so much, Chuchu. We'll try to open the lines here really quick so that we can hear from our people. Milborn, I don't know if you're set. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Ready.
get some reaction. After the question here today,
Mhm.
the biggest question here today is what's next after the UN General Assembly, all the noise? What's next? What do we do? Where do we go forward? How do we go forward? What is the way forward? Because there are lots of issues going on in the country. I don't like people using that word challenges or whatever it is because I hear people misusing it. People still say the country is faced with so many challenges. No, that's not true. The country is filled with bunch of criminals in power. That's it. They're not challenges because they knew what they were getting into. They know what's up and they know what time it is. And they're stealing the monies. So they're not challenges. So let's hear from the callers, Milburn, and then we'll have time to react and we'll see.
So
We'll
again,
see.
yes, yes, indeed, Ali, so that we can have some time out for us to respond. So again, 077-285-961. That's the number to call for you to be part of the show. To this first caller, good evening.
Good evening and good evening to everyone that is listening. I'm Winston Nathaniel, and I call from our official resident on Painesville. And I did listen to Chuchu. Yeah, what you say, it makes sense. But sometimes when you're not in power, you see these things. But when you get into power, you become chronically blind. And you become, short-sighted. You may effective decision.
All right.
And hello.
Yeah, hurry up now because we're going to take leave of you. I tell you, already conclude.
Yeah, being on our star and talking down here does not have an added value to the country.
All right.
I want you to come down to do something for the Liberian people.
All right. We want you to come down and do something for the Liberian people, according to him. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. This is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation for Upper Cow. And look, the reality on the ground here, we will be clear and we will say, look, why you want to be president or you want to be senator, for you to be attacking president, we are and other people, it will not help you. We expect people when you get on the platform, tell what you can do to empower us. It's not about attacking the other person that didn't go. We are here, this story, ever saying that Joe, we are and other people now good. The good people, we in America and think that they can change our life. When you get on the platform, tell what you can do to change our life. Or else when you come here, you get 0.00%. You can't get that for talk.
All right. Tell us what you can do, or else when you come, you get 0.00%. Today's caller, good evening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the particular issue is that for if you want to come about it, they say, oh, yes, you are, so in our democracy, you buy it. To create city, it's just about so much joy. You're not going to get that city. So now, whenever you are going to see the reality now, if you know that there is nothing behind our city, to do other people, you know, for them, thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's forget about George Weah and focus on the people who voted for, according to him. Hello? Where are you? Because you sounded. My brother, good evening. What happened, Mama? You also. David King. Oh, okay, from the airport. No one. Hello, I can travel. Okay, go ahead quickly.
I don't think he's doing himself any favor. If you want to become president for this country, you don't have to look down on other people. The way he speaks, he cannot really quarter chief in Liberia. I think quarter chief. Going in Nigeria, they got a country and they got a quarter chief. So quarter chief position is really there because it's good to other people. And then it's really because you went to America, you're over to go to America, you got your family in Chile, so because of that, you want to look down on people. America and West Africa,
all right. All right, remain in America and work there, according to him. So that's called a good evening.
Good evening, people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying you're calling on Chicken Factory. Well, thank you for your talking point. I want to tell my brother in the state, hey, you want to be president. I think you need to make time ahead to come to Liberia and start doing work for the people of the country. You can't wait for 2 minutes show time, then you can't go and know you. I believe that good vision for Liberia, but sometimes that harshness to you must come down. We agree. Everybody, you're not back us. And now everybody else goes to people always says to flesh. So you gotta bring his temper down. I agree. Maybe he's angry because the way things are going. So let me take one time too.
Good. All right, let me take it one time. Everybody are not back us. So let's call a good evening. All right, thank you, though. Thank you. Keep the calls coming. 077-285-961. Call in to be part of the SKTV show on this beautiful Saturday evening. Yes, indeed, we have a team of panelists right here, and we are discussing after the UNGA what next for Liberia. But again, some of you are talking to Chuchu, but again, that's the beauty. Keep a calls coming 0777285 Hello, 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 hello. My young man, don't hold the line. The line is already basic. So let's call. Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
All right. The fellow abroad there, he's actually doing well. He's saying well, but you should take the time. Because you see, Liberia, our problem is our own very self. Our own very self with our problem. A lot of opportunities in Liberia. But because we are not taking advantage, this is why people are looking down on us. So, what you can do, if you want to enter the race, you need to come down, see the ground, observe it, and see who you can work with to make things better for ourselves.
All right. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, all right. Before I cut you off, because I nearly cut you off, go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is James Fopa, and I speak from Kakata.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
You know, Liberia's problem, you say what next after the United Nations?
Yes, the UNGA.
Yeah. What we need to do is that, for me, I would suggest the civil society. The civil society should tie their waist to hold this government feet to the fire. These legislatures, their laws they have is not in our favor. They are taking our money without any fear that they can look behind. And we, the common people, we are the ones that are suffering. Really, the trouble is within the two houses, the Senate and the legislature. I mean, the representatives. They sit down and they law unto themselves and just sign it and continue to take money that we are the employers. We're supposed to sit down and negotiate how much these people should take.
But you just listen also from the executive. Why you not blaming the legislature when the executive generator make it almost 48,000 or 50,000?
The executive is an implementer. Yeah. They have the right to reduce whatever to, we can do it. The civil society, the elders of this country should get together and hold the government feet to the fire that we are not satisfied with what is happening.
All right, thank you so much. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Nibo, and good evening to your panelists in the diaspora and Peter the Council from another shooter in the White House. Thank you very much for the fascinating discussion this evening. My attention has been drawn to your panelists from the United States who claim to be a presidential candidate. Especially, that reminded me of one of the motivational pastors for Ghana, Pastor Master Obita. The man said, and a poor man is not humble. If poor man say that they are humble, just be trust them with money. And you will know whether they are humble or not. The guy saying that he's not corrupt. And you are not being trusted with power. You trust the level of power to be the most corrupt and an individual ever moved in the eye. Yeah. You see, these people sat down in America, they just see that those of us in Liberia, we are not educated. We are very educated people in America. The brought Ellie, the told us that Ellie was the solution to the problem today. Ellie told power to where money was wasting here. What are the infrastructure development? So John Weah is the most competent individual and often asked to serve this particular country. The men transform our society, their situation, brought massive road connectivity and electrification of our community across the country. So
thank you so much. Thank you to this caller. Good evening. All the lines are all blinking back to back. Which one to take to this? Yeah, go ahead. I'm okay, my brother. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
This is my friend. Really want to congratulate our brothers there up there that always lacking or fully the situation in the country. Liberia has led too. But we always make mistake because we don't let us listen to truth. But the truth will save you. Our brothers there, they will continue to tell us so we not always make mistake.
All right.
Good brothers, God for the same year, people keep to rescue us. That we go now that men will reach. So those guys must always educate Liberians who must know the truth.
All right. So that means he's saying that we shouldn't blame Upon. Upon is out, according to him. Those of you calling on the other side, 077-285-97. Let me hear this person really been calling me on the other end. Let me see who's it. So this caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead from Grand Bassa County.
Yeah, I just want to think it's better to continue to talk from America, as you say that you want to be in a rich place for the night. You know, if you want to be in a rich place for the night, don't be too harsh on the way you talk. You know, if you are spectator, you want to sit and win, watching a piece of it. Why they cannot pass the man and he is taking the ball and put the ball outside. So when you talking the presidential, so when you get there, yes, you think that you will be the best person, but when you get there, you start exploring things, you see what other people do. So then you bring your voice down when you're ready to talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let him bring his voice down. Maybe that may part of way of talking. He may not want to be having anything for you before you say, oh, you not tell also. So let's call a good evening.
Hello, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay. Thank God. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
This is James Park. I call from Barnesville.
Go ahead, James.
You know, why can't President Chuchu waste more? He criticizes everybody. How will he be the criticize Joe Weir, who have been there for 6 years, women there for 9 months? He criticized him, or any Salim criticized, or Jefferson coaching. He helps me well the subject vet. He want to come teach or he want to come be president. Let he come and establish himself here. He said he did some online course where he making 100,000 a month or something. Like he can bring that money here and help people.
All right.
He can't say like in America there and make noise here. He won't be president and criticize everybody. Like he come here.
All right. You want to teach or you want to no, they don't go to just what to look up. Good evening. I'm okay though. Go ahead and brother look about all of this. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Lawrence Spencer. I'm trusting you as usual. You know, let me say something to Mr. Jones, right? Mr. Jones, you don't take the country seriously. You can't get fair for like great people. There's a country that people are watching a certain group of people, and for that reason, the country will never go forward. You see, most of the people are going directly, they are touching walls. You see, because the thing, you're talking to walls, there are people, you're talking down, there are demand gods in this country. It's not for them, it's not for the country. And our politicians have said it also well. That's the reason we think government from now to Judgment Day, like we run the just read and do to stress camp. Because the people know us. The people that our quote-unquote leaders know the group of people they're dealing with, Mr. Jones. You are speaking the issue of the labyrinth. So somebody needs recording. You got no personal issue with that. But you say in Nigeria, a serious country, somebody carried out will not be around the head of authority, which of course I agree with you 100%. But you see what your Washington are doing now, they're coming for you. It's not about what you pushing, it's not about the message you're preaching for a fellow like Europe. For them, it's about calling coaching needs, it's about calling job we are needing, blackouts of the world needs. So how can this kind of society make progress, Mr. Jones?
All right. Their worshippers are coming for you because you call their names. All right. Thank you, though. Maybe you don't want to be part of the show. Let me see.
You mind if I just respond and then we can bring somebody else who have some of the questions at least I can address them.
Yeah, once they're done, once they're done, we'll turn it over to us.
Thank you. Yeah, you said that what we do. We don't really give call and stop in like that. So let me just take a few calls then I'll cross over to you people for your reactions. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yeah, Charles Cooper.
Yeah, I'm Casco Boako from Coffee to Borough. Let me say thank you to the guest. You see, maybe in Liberia, the truth is like a needle piercing our hearts and our soul. So if you want to make a Liberian man to go far away from you, do not insult him, but just give him or tell him the bitter truth. And you see, then we claim to be a Christian nation. When the Bible says that only the truth shall set us free. How come we are Christian nation and the Bible is telling us only the truth will set us free, but we hate the truth, neighbor? At times, maybe it's because of our cultural orientation. We are not there and grow up in the culture of saying the truth, the bitter truth. So therefore, I tell people, you don't need to curse us. Just tell us the truth and we become your enemy. Simple. You see, in Liberia, we say we want change. Therefore, I told people we are just potential about change. But you that are the hero in Liberia, you become zero. Because you that want to fight for the Liberian people, some at times they will call you a hero, but at times, at the end you become zero. The same people that say Rosanna, they are the same people that say crucify him.
All right, thank you. If you are a hero, you go to zero. So my brother, in fact, to my team,
Yes.
and also we'll be back after the course.
Thank you.
Back home.
Thank you, Milborn. Thank you so much. I want to welcome Monk. Monk, welcome to the show. Before we go to Choo because he was mentioned, yeah, Monk, what say you and what's going on, my man?
Well, I've been following the conversation, and once again, welcome to the guests. Thanks for coming on SKTV. It's been a little bit busy on my end, but I've been following the show. I've been following the conversation, listening to the question, and listening to some of the response.
Monk, you there? Monk, are you there? I think Monk is going in and out. Well, people are waiting to react, so we'll get a Choo really quick. Choo, what say you? Based on what you've heard from the callers.
You know what? I like all of the comments. All of the comments. Keep it coming. You keep making your, free, analysis of me or what I'm saying. I enjoy that. I think I should come on some more, Steve. And the thing I understand in life, even in the Bible, wherever you say, some will fall on good ground and some will fall on hard ground. And you heard the quarters, and someone then describe me as this, that, whatever, and somebody there say, you know what, we need to hear the truth. And that's the problem today with our pastors. They're afraid to speak the truth because what? When you speak the truth, then some people will not like it or call it insult. Even Jesus Christ spoke the truth. So why are you following Christianity? Jesus Christ called the church people hypocrites. So I don't care what in terms of whether you want to vote for me, you won't vote for me, you want me to be. I will not be who you want me to be. Let's be very clear. I've been doing this for many, many years. I am not desperate for any power. Okay? I'm not playing any games. So can't tell you what you want here so you can kind of be jumping behind me and wear t-shirt. I'm not interested in that. You got plenty of politicians in Liberia that did that. You'll continue to follow those politicians. What I'm here to talk about is the people who don't have opportunity and the people who want to hear how this country can move forward. And a country cannot move forward when you have corrupt leaders, presidents. You can change everything else in the country. You can get United Nations to come to Liberia and get your everything. If your leaders are corrupt, and corruption just does not mean taking money. It means somebody is not qualified for a position, you give it to them because they're part of CDC. Somebody is not qualified, can't do the job, you give it to them. You appoint a superintendent because the person from that county. Where in our constitution say, I gotta be from Nima County before I become superintendent or Nima or Grand Bassa. But that's the tribal and the politics that people play and which got all of us suffering. Secondly, let me make this point. While I'm in America, I'm in Liberia, wherever I am, I have every right to speak. I just as Liberian as you. I carry a Liberian passport. I am Liberian. So you're in no position to tell me where I can't do for you, where I can't do for you. I'm not interested in that. So I have a right to speak. by my conscience and what I know right. You can take it or you can leave it. If you want to listen to me, turn the radio off. But there are people in Liberia who benefits from it. And I never say I only went to online school. I got several degrees from regular school, brick and mortar. I believe in education. That's the only thing that can liberate you. Nobody can help you. If you educate yourself, you will not make bad decisions. People will not use you. And education doesn't just mean going to the university or the high school. It means you can see a man like American and know he's a crook. You can see a man like the Samuel Twe and know he's a crook. The woman in Nima County or in Grand Creek County, there are people who saw those people and they can discern that these people are not mean, they don't mean well. All the North and making about job why job where I can go to Grand Creek County and develop it and open farms and create jobs. You ain't got to be president before you can help the people. Just like I don't have to be president before I can do what little impact or come on and give my solution. I've written several papers with solutions, how to open the airline, how to reduce costs in the government, how to fund the university. If you don't want to go and read it, that's your problem. But you can go right now on your phone and maybe you can look at porn and listen to young girls and look at it. But you can't go and read on who is Alex Jones, what have he said, what solution has he said. I'm on the air every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been doing it for over several years. So if you don't know me, it's maybe you're listening to music to know some of the solutions I've offered. I've offered all the government in Liberia solutions from where my expertise in, which is banking and finance. You can't run a country where you're running over $2 billion in debt. You even get money to pay your people. Then you're traveling all around the world spending money. Then you're paying legislators then $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. What kind of economic? I want to teach you at a university. You got to run a country with discipline, meaning if the country is making a certain amount of money, you have to pay the people there who are most needed, the technocrats, your doctors, your lawyers, your teachers. Teachers in Liberia making $200. Okay? Some don't even get paid. But then you won't pay Jefferson Coach $5,000, then you want to kind of keep quiet. It got nothing to do whether or not I won't be president or not. It's wrong. It's wrong. I'm not here to campaign. I'm here to say the truth that I know. Yeah, when I become anything in Liberia and I'm corrupt, then you have every right to cost me. You got every right to tell me. But for now, I've never taken a dime from Liberian government in scholarship. I've never taken a dime from Liberian government. I've never stolen anything. So you're in no position to can't tell me, oh, when I get there, the people you ran behind, that the people you should be holding responsible. So, I don't take offense to what you say. You entitled to your right. And if you can open the phone line again, say what you want to say about me. I'm not coming to come build school and come build and give you rest because that's not the solution. Then what the government is supposed to do? So you want individuals to come from America, work for the hard-earned money, to can't give it to you while the people you're voting for, the one that you're wearing the beret for, they're taking their children and taking the government money and traveling and going to Dubai. Like that make any sense? Even if I have $1 billion, I won't do it. And I'm a poor man. I'm a regular man. I got nothing besides my ideas. So you want to know my ideas? You can call and ask me on solution. What will you do to improve the economy? What will you do to improve jobs? What will you do? And I've spoken about those things and I've written about those things. So I'm just coming here to to criticize. And I never said insulted anyone. I'm very respectful of people. The only people I insulted that are your corrupt presidents. And if it make them best, let them join the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well,
I got no issue with you.
Folks, let me say this. Sometimes I will say these same things. You cause the same thing we can be saying, and somebody else not can say the same thing. I will say this to all of us. I'm yet to hear people call and ask, okay, what's your idea? This notion that somebody can't do something before you vote for them. Did Joseph Boaga do anything for you, voted for him? Your main president? What did he do? What did he do for you? What did Joe do for you before your main president? What did Ellen Johnson do for you before your mayor president? But when it comes to other people, you want to lay criteria because you don't want to do what is right. Anytime you hear somebody who is clear about what they want to do, instead of saying, oh yeah, they got coming with, solution. They will probe. They will ask him more questions about how he would do this. What are the steps we take? No. The person should come and bring the money and give it to you. For what? Who told you this is how life works? Who told you somebody got to come and build? Even if that person didn't build nothing, your ungrateful selves, they will pass around and say, the person too, they want government job, they want to be president, I want to make it kind of do that, and you'll eat that person money and you'll go and vote for the criminals then. You will think that the person is a stupid person, and you'll make fun later on. Now you eat the person money, you trick them, you're king to vote for the one who you know. The Joseph Boaga who you say you've been knowing for years, that been with you, that know your solution. What are you doing to you right now? What are you doing for you? Any roles then over there, he lied to you saying you were going to create roles. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? He lied saying you were going to create roles. Guess what happened? Up to today, he public works minister telling you say you're my whole your heart. While the rain is killing our people, people don't have transportation. You say you're my whole your heart dry season, but he get a 22 million. He put a 22 million back. One of the people then who you say they know your solution. So I mean, at the end of the day, it boils down to one major thing. You guys are your own problem. Your vote the criminal in place. You get somebody that you bleed there. The generator then costing 22,000. Fanatico father. The food what they eat, it costing 74,000. Joseph Boaga on a generator costing 285. Are you serious? And you're saying in the country, you ain't doing nothing. But you're there with somebody who come to criticize and call these people out. What kind of people, what kind of country, what kind of people who didn't win? What kind of country we dealing with? You say, oh, when you come on the show, the way you can talk, even if we talk diplomatically, you will still complain. Let me tell you something. Let me say this. I'll be very honest with everybody. Some of you, and many of you, there is no diplomatic talk between me and you, especially those of you from Unity Party. Those of you who support Joseph Boaga, who call yourself sons of swans. I'll say again, there is no diplomacy between me and you. You ain't got no morals. The man you support is not a moral man. Joseph Boaga is a liar, an international liar. I don't care if you get hurt about me saying that. I don't care. And he's a local liar as well. So you got no morality. A man who want to be president at his age sits down with a confessed, convicted criminal to collect money for him. And you want to discuss morality with me? You want to tell me I'm not moral? You ain't ready yet. You and your entire generation, you're not ready yet. You're a bunch of deplorable fools in someone on basket. And I don't listen to you. I listen to the Liberian people who mean well. I listen to the Liberian people who are eager for change, who will say the truth regardless of who's involved. Those are the people I take seriously. They're not Unity Party supporters. They're not Joseph Boaga supporters. I don't take you guys seriously. You are not ready for life. All you're ready for is to steal, to spoil the country. That's what you're interested in. That's why you put an old man there who lived on loan. And he came back and he used 8 million of the money to pay his loan off. That's it. That's what you're interested in. You're not interested in moving the country forward, because if you're interested in moving the country, all our friends around our neighboring country, they're running away from older politicians, from older people. Who elects a 70-year-old man in the town to lead them? Who? In Africa, who's doing it? Who's doing it? And I'm supposed to sit and listen to you. Oh, I hear your Unity Party point, and Joseph Boaga support and calling and talking about and you disrespect the president because you call him a liar. Please go sue me. Go to the court. Sue me. In America, you can sue anybody. Let me tell you today. It doesn't mean you win case. I want you to come to America or tell the government to sue me because I call Joseph Boaga a liar or I call him a crook. And I will never stop calling him a liar or a crook until he changes. And I know at age he's not going to change anyway. That's who he is. That's what he's been living by throughout his life. So I don't take it seriously. Now you can be in your hands. Some of them will about you. And I will not to say, I will read it on my page, I will read it everywhere, and I stand by what I say. So the thing what Chuchu say here, I don't know why you're getting fair with the man. The man said he was a presidential aspirant. You don't even listen. He now say he's running. What election are we having now? The man said he was a presidential aspirant. He left the race and he decided to hold the government officials accountable. That was since 2023. We're not even on 2029 yet. You're coming here because you decided, you declare yourself as sons of swans. So that means you don't muck in your brain. When we say you insult us, I get a problem if you say I insult you. Because when you get muck in your brain, you don't think. You don't think. The thing what the man say what the man say. But you're passing around, you're lying, calling, talking a bunch of foolishness, and everybody's all for England. Let me tell you something. So you're who the Christians, before we close the show, so you're who the Christians. If you let her go play all the gospel music, play all the gospel cassette, and say Labro Raz, ain't going nowhere. Don't men coming back again, they will steal. If I have any passing budget or compromise budget that they pass, or compromise budget that they pass, that's somebody else, that country that's all rise there, that country that's all go forward. You think the Holy Ghost or Jesus Christ interested in a bunch of criminals and rogues? You really think so? You think God support criminals and rogues? You think so? Again, you're not ready. Since you guys are not ready, you'll continue to do that. But we will not stop saying it today. Some of us, regardless of what show we go on, regardless of where we are, which part of the world you take us, what life takes us, we'll call criminals criminals. We'll call rogues rogues. If they make you vex, it's very easy. Go to the court. It's simple. So let's have the last word here from Chuchu, and we'll hear from Abraham, and we'll wind down and call it a day. Chuchu, what say you?
Well,
Yes,
I think you said a lot, Steve.
I just wanted to remind Chuchu, one of the callers, they also ask you about the former president, Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. I don't know whether you really captured that during your expose. You didn't mention that because I think that they were Liberia, failure and so forth. They were coming from after 2006 or after the war. So the caller are more concerned because you said in your tour that most of the appointees are not educated. So the caller is mostly concerned about some of the educated people that was appointed during the term of former President Sirleaf government. And today Liberia is still backward.
Yeah,
So you want to respond to that?
Yeah. So in terms of education, everybody can go to school and get a paper. Okay? Everybody. Thousands of children go to school, 21, 22 years old. Some of them are lawyers and doctors. Education is being able to apply what you've learned to be able to make decisions. So when I say somebody is ignorant or somebody is inept, it doesn't necessarily mean the person never enter classroom. It just means the person cannot process. They're not capable of reasoning. Like you said, I come on a question. I come on your show. Many of your ministers, many of your president, Waka, he been president for 9 months. He had one press conference. He go on one show. Part of the president's job is to be able to inform the Liberian people and be accessible to the Liberian people for them to ask questions. That's what he getting paid for. I take my time and I come here. And with the exception of one or two people, you don't ask me one serious question, okay, about the economy, about how to move forward. So to answer your question, yes, there are people who have degrees. There are people in real administration who have degrees, but their degrees did not transcend into any progress for Liberia. We're still begging. I was reading just recently where Liberia received $200 million from the IMF loan. And the finance minister there, the word he used, he's elated. That means so happy. Okay? You don't get happy when you're a sick country and other people have to now give you a little bit of money and tell you what to do and charge you interest. So he doesn't know what he's talking about as a financial or economic person. Going to the IMF is a very terrible thing. No country wants to go to the IMF, much less get money from them. So that's the kind of ignorance I'm talking about. But yes, the man, he was finance minister under Ellen regime. Like I said, 16 billion came to Liberia. The UN paid for almost everything. They pay for the peacekeeping. They help the country. They build capacity. Today, we still can't show anything for it. We even get 5% growth. But you're taking again because maybe from your tribe or that your unity party man, and you're making finance minister again. What the first thing you do? He tell you happy that the country going into more debt. You don't understand when a country goes into debt, what the implication is. That means that the money that's supposed to go for education and for investment, agriculture, that what will be paying another country Today we're paying over $100 million every year on interest from Samuel Tuer debt, from Ellen Johnson debt. So in my book, these people have failed you. Wherever education they have gotten is useless because they didn't take it to build a country. Whereas in other countries, Jerry Rawlings did not have a graduate degree or he didn't have a bachelor's degree. But look what he did to Ghana. Paul Kagame in Rwanda, he didn't have a PhD, he didn't go to Harvard. But today, look at Rwanda. Look at the economic growth. Look at the educational system. Look at how clean the place is. So I'm not one that say you got to have a degree to do the right thing. I'm just saying if you do want to, if you're a government official, you're getting paid well to perform a job. And if you don't perform that job satisfactorily, you're a loser and you're a disgrace. And those are the people I am insulting because Liberia is my country. Every time I send money to Liberia, they collect taxes from it. I have my family there, okay? And you know Liberia more than me because I choose to live somewhere. If I come to Liberia today, can you give me a job? Do you know the people in America that the ones in other countries that the ones that are supporting the entire government? They working here in nursing home and different jobs so that they can send money to their family because your government, your two presidents there were so useless that they can't even provide the basic things for job, healthcare, education. The people ain't asking you for, big thing. So people here now, we got to support people in Liberia. So those who want to take it as insulting them or talking harsh, you can respond, to idiots. There are people who have continued to benefit from my discussions on this platform. They thank me every day and they invite me on the program, and I'm grateful to them. And a lot of young people, in fact, the old people then who've been in the system, the corruption thing, they can't change. So I'm talking mostly to young people, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, so that their lives, they don't end up like you, where you 40-year-old, you've been fighting behind one corrupt government after another corrupt government. The only way you can get in power and let your government win. So I'm concentrating on the young people. I can care or give a damn whether you like me or not. If I come to Liberia, I come when I want to come. I say what I want to say. If you feel the need to support me, you support me. If you feel the need, you want to support George Weah, you're welcome to go support him or Blacker. But I'm not here to apologize for the ills in society and for the people who are responsible for it. And those people are your CDC people. They stolen the country money, billions of dollars, and your Unity Party people. They've been there for 9 months, as somebody really said, and how much money they not steal already. They already now borrow $200 million in 9 months' time. On top of the money they're collecting. And they can't even renovate one school in Liberia. But they're renovating the houses, they're renovating, they're buying generators. They pay in America, the president food that he eats, he pays from all of his pocket. If Joe Biden in the White House wants to eat ice cream, he has to pay it. Not United States government, because they pay him a paycheck. So some of you are so ignorant and y'all don't want to learn. So you think that's something good, you think that's how it's supposed to be. Then what are you paying the president for? Nobody buy your food. The same way you go to work to a ministry, you go home, you take your money and buy your food to eat. That is the same way the president is supposed to go and take his money and buy food for his family. You're not supposed to do that. So this is an educational thing. Take it for what it is. And I thank those who listen in, and I thank the stations and the bold people who can come on and talk about the ills in society. We're not going to stop because you're uncomfortable. When somebody you can tell them how to express themselves. I'm not angry. I'm very comfortable. From I finish, I go drink my coffee and I go play golf or something. You don't want fighting yourself. I am pretty much relaxed, but I would say what's on my mind every time I get an opportunity.
All right.
You guys, and I love you. The CDC people in the unit, I love you, and I will help us all reason together until you get the point. And next time, please come with good question. Come with economic question. Come with question or solution so I can help you answer to the best of my ability. Guys, I appreciate the time.
Thank you,
Well,
Alex. No, but let's hear from you quickly before we close up.
Yeah,
Let's hear from
so
you.
again, quickly, let me say thanks to Chuchu or Alex June, even though there are some mixed reactions. That's just so magnificent. Sometimes some of the blames, sometimes some of the blames have been shifted on the people about, appointing educated or uneducated people. But again, like the story from Bombay County. We're going to look at that. Maybe hopefully if you also join us, there are some people to also from that end that when they come down, they also join the bad group of people and they contribute nothing. So my brother, I just want to say thanks to our followers, our callers. Indeed, that's the best thing to do. Always call in. Make sure that you too, you also be part of the show. Again, nothing. Liberia is all we have because Liberians too on that side, they are also standing up, clapping and dancing up to the president and other the government officials. But again, most of the blames have been shifted on the people back home, Steve. So we are confused. The people don't even know now
What
which way to go. They don't even know what to do
what
next because sometimes we come here, we shift most of the blame on them. But again, when you watch TV, you watch shows, you watch some of these things, especially when our president travel out, you see some of the educated people or people who have all of the best. They have the money, they have everything. But at the end of the day, see them lining up, waiting for the government to come so that they too they can be part of the same. Maybe someone will say bread and butter issues come up to get better life and so forth. But again, that's a life, and we want to say thanks to all of you. Thank you so much, Steve. Hopefully, on tomorrow, by the grace of God, we will be with you.
yes, let's say this to you.
It's a
You're
sticker
100%
issue.
right.
It's a sticker
Let
issue.
me
The
say
way we
this to you.
bring. Yeah.
Yeah, but let me say this to you. You're 100% right. Here who is to know better. It's still the same mentality as those who are back home. When this president comes, instead of staging protests to hold him accountable for what these are
But
the
right,
people
as well, they see Chuchu with his placards. As well, see Chuchu with his placards.
who,
But again, you come to talk, so you see,
who are criminally minded.
that's the thing.
These are people. These are people who are criminally minded as well. These are people who support working to embrace criminality at all levels. So I mean, I hear what you say. You're 100% right. But again, let me tell you something. Let me say this, Milborn, and we'll close on this. Let me say this, and we'll close on this. My people, the same thing we saw during Jowiata, and the same thing we're seeing here, even worse. The same thing we saw during Jowiata. Joseph Boaka and the lawmaker into a bunch of sycophants and prison worshippers to go to the UN General Assembly. So when Joseph Boaka say hello, all of them can clap. When Joseph Boaka say hi, they start clapping. That's what they did. So it's even worse. The level of sycophancy, the same thing they criticize. And this is what gets some of us started. The same thing they criticize with George Weah. Joseph Boaka is traveling back and forth. You know, hearing another problem with George Weah were traveling. Oh, it was hell breaking loose. So, I mean, the hypocrisy is so much, and that's why we're not moving forward. No, but thank you.
How many people protesting? Maybe tomorrow, if I say we're going to look at that tomorrow, how come they are not protesting? But they will come back and say, maybe you people say, okay, we agree. Maybe you will say because we are the direct, maybe people that are going through all of the worst. But mind you, if Liberia get better, it get better for all of us. If Liberia something happen, it for all of us. So to sit back and just be throwing like people are throwing stone, that it kind of more like me I'm seeing on a very serious note. I don't know how some of you will feel, but that's my own observation. I've been observing this for a very long time. When the people leave for him, when they go on outside, you clap for them. When they come down, you get angry with the people. Again, my brother, good night.
Thank you so much, folks. Let's have a good night. Let's have a good day. Today is Saturday. Melbourne, we'll catch up later. Thank you.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We're searching for podcast